Good evening, good morning, good afternoon. I keep feeling like I need to explain my problems. Physical. You can't have a silent explosion like I did with metal pieces in my face and everything swollen and I couldn't breathe. It definitely, obviously, would have damaged everything on my at least on my upper torso. So now that we got that out of the way, okay? I just, this is stupid. Oh my god. So we're just gonna do like a half show. I don't even want to look at you right now. It's not that I don't love you. I can't deal with this stuff, okay? I got fucked up. I got shot at. There's been a bunch of others. I ain't going to talk about it no more. Judas Ch10 adultery. But apparently I need to do updates sometimes. This is Fire Up Your Heart, children of God. And that's you. And that's you. And that's me. And that's me. We must get on the right team now. No man. Yes, they might be able to help slow down. It doesn't mean that God doesn't put leaders in place to fix things, but that probably would have been with Pastor Chuck Baldwin. And I don't even know if I knew if he was running. At that point, I was just kind of in this weird vortex. I was like, nobody's doing nothing. I don't trust none of it. If you were under the Republican tag or the Democrat tag back in 2008 or so, I was probably like, I don't know what you are, and you're probably in big time oil or something, and I'm not going to do it. Maybe aired, yes. Judas Ch10 adultery, chapter 10 of Jeremiah. Does this give you time to get there? And we have chapter 11 of Jeremiah, Judas cursed because of the broken covenant. Which one do we need to read? We already know we've fucked up. Oh, well, she's swearing again with the Bible. Good. Shut off then. Because you got kids getting mutilated and you can't say nothing and you got still your dumb book banning stuff. You guys are all Nazis. We do the last two verses before, what am I? What are you? I have so many certifications, it ain't funny. Ashford, they fucking flunked and fluked out and broke. I probably don't even... How do I retrieve any of my credits, any of the work I did? Great. Wonderful. Jeremiah 10. It's just too much involved. Alright, so we're going to try, though. Jeremiah's prayer for correction. I may not read all of it. I'm just going to get you going. This is the end of chapter 10 of Jeremiah. Well, she sounds pretty stern today. Well, what are you doing today? Everything's wilted. We ain't getting no rain. I let everything grow up like a jungle, which maybe is saving some stuff. We had a tree half cut down. I got to cut another tree and another tree down. That sounds like fun. Are you having fun? No, we had a little bit of fun, but actually we haven't been having much fun. We've been having a lot of struggles. Be it we want to call it attacks or our own dysfunction as human beings or however we want to label it. Jeremiah's prayer for correction. So Jeremiah as a prophet or a teacher... Here he is. He's letting it go. He's pouring his heart out to the Lord. Chapter 10, verse 19. Woe is me for my hurt. My wound is grievous, but I said, truly this is grief, and I must bear it. My tabernacle is spoiled. My tabernacle is spoiled. A lot of us are, and all my cords are broken by. My children are gone forth of me, and they are not. There is none to stretch forth my tent anymore, and to set up. Yeah, move the fan. Okay, so spoiled means plunder. Okay, so we're going to go back again here. Plundered means destroyed. So, oh gosh, if we start over then. Let me tell you something right now. We should try a new candidate. We got to get out of this thing, okay? But please, you guys, it seems to just be being like, oh my God, and I'm literally I've paid these people money and I've support them, and it just seems so sensationalized, and it's just a dog hair flying is gotta watch for sensationalism, okay? Like, don't put all your, remember this stupid joke I did last night? Woe is me from my hurt, my wound is grievous, for I said, I truly, this is grief. Oh gosh, she's gonna start moving stuff around. It's gonna be a whole bunch of mess now, a whole bunch of mess. Do you know why I hate this stuff? I hated it from the get-go. I hated computers. I don't know what to tell you, right? Now, granted, do you think that it brought all of us together? Did it bring us all together or help the world end sooner? Now, I hate to be rude, but that's kind of how I feel about it. Is maybe if it hadn't been developed, we'd still be kind of, our children wouldn't be cutting their penises off and stuff. And I know the process. It's inverted. It's a really weird operation. Like, what kind of doctor could do that to children? I mean, that's something that we need to kind of think about. And how about the abortionist too? How about people that can just take organs out of humans and just be like, oh, you don't need that, we'll figure it out later. Ooh. All right, well, you know what? Woe is you too. Poe is out on patrol here. I'd love to show you the boo-boos, but gosh, we're only going to get through Jeremiah's prayer for correction at this point. We're not going to get to 11. So once I start talking and I get fired up, my face goes beet red. And I can literally just feel it coming on right now. You know what I mean? It's just like going beet red. She's going to fall over the John Deere that doesn't have a hood. She could fall over this too. Where should I go? Should I go over here? What should I do? What should I do? What should I do? What should you do? You need to find Jesus right now. That's outside of all the boo-boo blah-blahs. You got to find Jesus as your Savior. You're not a God, okay? I hate to say this. I know this upsets a lot of people. You are not a God. There's a lot of those out in California and stuff. They think they're gods. Have you looked at the burning rate of your state at this point? This is not me being mean right now. You guys, you have got to go to God. If you've been seeing your state burn up like this for 20 plus years with an increased rate with the 5G and stuff, you better go to God. I mean, if you think you're a God and you see your state burning down at a rapid rate, it would seem that all of a sudden you'd just be like, I don't know, this seems like a sign. But instead, maybe you just move. You just move somewhere else, and then you're going to another state, and you're like, I am a God. I'm going to make happen what I want. And then God starts burning that state down. Where is this coming from? I don't know. Go to the Lord about it. Jeremiah's prayer for correction. Woe is me for my hurt. My wound is grievous. But I said, truly, this is a grief, and I must bear it. My tabernacle is spoiled, and all my cords are broken. My children are gone forth of me. This is Jeremiah 10, verse 19 to something of the 24s or 5s or 6s. My tabernacle is spoiled, and all my cords are broken. My children are gone forth of me, and they are not. There is none to stretch forth my tent any more, and to set up my curtains. For the pastors are become brutish. The pastors have become brutish. Translation: dull-hearted. Oh my gosh. How big is that? How big is that? Dude, that's like right now. So we just need to read this little bit and get out of here. Oh my goodness. So you'd think brutish should mean, huh? No, it says dull-hearted. I mean, I don't know. That's how translations, I guess, have changed. Pastors, shepherds, translation. And have not sought the Lord, therefore they shall not prosper, and all their flocks shall be scattered, meaning whatever time during Jeremiah, and I'm not going to go back and read the description, is there was apparently very close or similar to what's going on now, and that has been going on for 50 plus years in America and many other places. Verse 22 of chapter 10 of Jeremiah. Jeremiah is Jeremiah. Behold the noise of the dull-hearted. We'll just do that because it says bruit. Is come in a great commotion out of the north country to make the cities of Judah desolate and a den of dragons. Report and jackals. Jackals are not funny. Well, I mean, they're out in nature. they're funny, but if you look at our political climate here, like the weird, like, toddler arguing with the politicians and the leaders, and even some ministers is like, it's like a jackal. They're like, it's like that, you know what I mean? And so then it's not really painted in the right light. It doesn't mean jackals don't have their purpose, but in the sense of spiritual speaking that these verses are speaking of right now, jackals are disruptive, they're chaotic, they don't make no sense, they cause a bunch of confusion and stress and fear. And what's weird is that jackals is translated as a dragon. Dragons, well, if it's real, or maybe they blew fire, or we don't know what dragons meant. It's the devil, it's chaos, it's confusion, stress. And then this hope of the Almighty, this one man that's going to save the world, up in his big tower in New York City or whatever, the high-rise, looking out the window with the most perfect, weird guitar, violin thing. And that it doesn't mean I don't love him. But the thing is that we must find Jesus Christ now. Please, please, I beg you. Verse 23 of Jeremiah 10. O Lord, I know that the way of man is not in himself. It is not a man that walketh direct his steps. O Lord, correct me, but with judgment, not in thine anger, lest thou bring me to nothing. Pour out thy fury upon the heathen that know thee not, and upon the families that call not on thy name. For they have eaten up Jacob and devoured him, and consumed him, and have made his habitation desolate. This could get blocked, but most likely not, because I don't really have any people. So, but sometimes it is one would say that's a curse, but you need to get the backstory and what was going on there, and it sounds like a lot of weird stuff with kids and stuff again. And the thing is that Creator God is not really happy when kids are sacrificed. Babies are sacrificed, organ donating, and all of the rest, okay? And so we just need to keep our perspectives as bright-eyed as we can, maybe with some breaks. This country is doomed because it was founded on genocides, raping, pillaging, and a bunch of other. Okay? All right. I love you. Have a good one. Wouldn't want to be you. You wouldn't want to be me. That's for sure, folks. Of another Strokes.